Hey guys, how are we going? So it's time to do a video. It's been way too long. I thought we'd do the super challenge quest and see if we can't actually complete them. Apparently, when you say super challenge quest in terms of Kingdom Hearts Union Cross, all that really means is crank up the HP of your enemies and tell your players to complete it within 2 turns. Here, have a challenge, guys. Enjoy. So I understand that crapload of you won't be able to do this within 2 turns. I don't even know if I can. We'll find out. But yeah, just do your best. If you can get the gem, that's a really great reward in and of itself. So if you can get at least the gems for every single, for all of these, fantastic. And if you can get 1 or 2 brooms, that's fine. You're missing out 1 broom here or 2 brooms here isn't the end of the world. Yeah, let's give it a go, shall we? So the setup I'm going to be using is basically playing to my strengths, right? My pulls will be different to your pulls, will be different to everyone else's pulls in the game. So I was lucky to pull a reverse speed medal, okay? It's called Dark Riku. I'm sure you've seen any of my videos by now, you've seen me using it. I was lucky enough to pull HD Namine. Again, a very, very good medal that also sits in very well with my Divine Rose. I've poured a lot of resources into the Divine Rose to get it up to level 30. And I don't regret that at all, because it's been such an enormous help to my entire game. But what I'm thinking when I'm trying to go into a really difficult quest like this is, how can I play to my strengths? Straight away I'm seeing it's a magic type enemy, so I'm thinking, okay, speed is going to help out a lot here. Again, luckily I've been quite lucky with my speed medals in terms of, well, pretty much just this Riku, honestly. And then the Sora EX that we got a little while ago fits in quite nicely with that. So I'm thinking, okay, I haven't got anything extremely powerful or guilted extremely high, pretty much except for this HD Namine. That's my only tier 5 guilt, I'm pretty sure. Only tier 4, I don't think I have a tier 4 guilt, I'm pretty sure my only premium medal guilted is that HD Namine. Anyway. So, what am I able to do with that? One sec. Okay, so I want to try and build a setup that maybe uses a copy medal with a speed attribute, and I just want to buff that as much as I possibly can. Okay, so obviously 0.2 Kari is going to be a complete staple in every one of my setups from now on. Sora EX is going to help out a lot. This son of a bitch right here has got +3 speed-based defense, so if we can knock off 2 layers of that off the bat, as well as buffing ourselves, very, very helpful. I'm going to copy it, obviously, copy that Sora. I initially had a setup where I was copying 0.2 Kari instead, but I think the benefits of that additional speed strength for myself and speed defense lowering for him actually end up doing more work than basically almost getting some redundant buffs from that 0.2 Kari. And then basically the damage dealing begins. So we got HD Namine copying Dark Riku, both of those lowering his general defense as well as dealing pretty heavy speed based damage. And then what do we use for our final medal? I'm pretty sure it's going to be this copycat medal again. This horrendously powerful, boosted with also a strength boost and extra attack. Goddamn KHUx guy. Wow. What a freaking powerful medal. So I ran this before and, well, let's see how I went. Spoilers, I didn't pass it, if it needed to be said. Not within 2 turns at least. Anyway. So, I'm sure you guys know by now, ridiculously powerful enemies. Let's see if we can do any damage to them whatsoever. So, I have a few ways of making myself more powerful, but let's just see where I kind of finish up now. Again, the really important stuff there, we're trying to get rid of his buffs, and then we're going to start trying to deal some damage. So, with attack boost 4 max, no traits at all, Heishin Namine is coming through, dealing really good damage. And now we're just lowering his general defense, lowering general defense, lowering general defense. The beautiful thing about Dark Riku is that debuff lasts for 2 turns, so we're actually going to be dealing more damage on our second turn than we would on our first. Okay, so of the 180 something bars of HP, after 1 turn we got rid of 70 roughly 70 of them. Second chance. Oh, come on, really? Alright, one sec. That took 3 resets from a medal that has a 80% chance to activate, for it to actually activate. That's ridiculous. Anyway. Okay, so for the 178 bars of HP that it had, we only wiped off, what is that? It's my crappy math skills coming in, what, 65? 55, I don't know. Some amount of HP bars, but we should do more damage this time around, so how much do we actually do? Okay, so like I said, he's got Jack or general defense now. He also has barely any. Well, his speed-based defense has been reduced quite a lot. If you guys bought VIP the second time around, or basically got like another copy of Kingdom Hearts 3 Sora, and we're able to roll extra attack on him, this would be a really, really good guy to use him on. Because every little bit of defense would help. Okay, so my first attempt left him with 19 bars of HP. Okay, so I have a couple of tricks up my sleeve that I can try. Let's talk about what those are. Okay, so I've got one of the copycat medals, right? You might have noticed that it wasn't gilted. I blew an absolute crap ton of jewels on that banner and did very, very poorly out of it. But I was able to gilt the blue one. I was able to gilt beginning. I think we should do that now. It's a guilting campaign. There's no point in waiting. Let's do it now. So here we go. Nice try. Nearly did this without pressing record properly. Alright, so there's no better time to do this. Like I said, it's a guilting campaign. I've been waiting for one, and perfect opportunity. So the current trait I have on it is max gauge is +2. So yeah, I would love a negative 60 of any of the defenses, or potentially even extra attack would be really, really good. So fingers crossed, my guys. No matter what the guild ends up being, I'm going to probably mirror it out, because why not? And it doesn't have a skill either, so I can put on an attack boost 4 max that I got from the cat board, the Aristocats board. That's pretty much bog standard for, yeah, I don't know what else to say about that. It's not a resist. Okay, whatever, ray damage. It is what it is. Okay, even if we tried an attempt right now, we're not going to take off an extra, what was it, 30 something, 19 bars of damage, 19. So actually, let's give it one attempt and see how much closer we get after just guilting it once. May as well boost it up while I'm here. Just give it the additional strength. Like, he didn't have any strength on it either, so we'll give it a quick attempt, and then we'll put the mirrors on it as well. One sec. So one thing to point out was I actually forgot to use my Nova last time, but like, I knew I wasn't going to kill it anyway, so I was like, there's not really much point. But anyway, so we were dealing about 5 to 6,000 damage per hit last time. Let's see how much we... Wow. Okay, so without even being max skilled, we're now dealing 10,000 more damage a hit on the first turn. And again, we will deal more damage on the second turn, so let's see how we go. Okay, so after the first turn, he ends up with all these extra attack medals. Okay, one more time. Yeah, like if a 900 enemy, level 900 enemy showed up in the Colosseum, its defense number would be like so skyrocketingly high, you'd have to use general defense down medals on it. But with this one, it seems to be that it's not like scaled ridiculously high. You can get away without insane levels of general defense down. Saying that though, I am still using quite a lot. Okay, so here's the big difference right here. How much do we... Wow! 39,700... So 37,916 damage per hit. That was a hell of a lot more than before. Before I was only doing like 15,000 on the second turn, so... was it 5 or 6 hits for Sora EX? 5 hits, okay, so I was dealing basically another 100,000 damage just by guilting that medal in the second turn. Not too bad. Okay, so I'm going to use my Nova here. Because basically I'm at +6 right now, the enemy's at -7 general defense. There's pretty much no way I can get any better than this. I think I did just about 100,000, I couldn't quite see, but... here we go, final time. Ooh, 5 bars away. Okay, so if I put a skill on this, if I put like attack boost 4 max, I should be able to clear this if I put attack boost 4 max on. Okay, let's give it a try. Let's give it a try, shall we? Okay, I forgot the mirrors, right? That was the point, I was going to do the mirrors on them. Some of you guys are wondering, how does he have so many mirrors? How the hell does he have so many mirrors? I'm such a stinge with them. I am such a stinge with them. It's like I won't use them if I absolutely can avoid it. I think a real big secret of like free-to-playing really efficiently in this game is if you don't need to spend a resource, if you can find a way of doing something without it, then like try without it and just slowly increment what you're willing to spend until you complete the challenge. Like, you don't have to go whole hog just because you can. Like right now, I'm going to max out this guild because not only will it give me, I think, 10 extra points of Nova, but obviously it'll get me that extra damage as well, and I could potentially avoid spending a skill on this medal that I don't have to spend right now. Like right now I have 1 attack boost 4 max sitting in the bank. I don't have to spend it. Honestly, I could even burn like an attack boost 2 on this medal, and just give me just enough damage to squeak over the line and beat the snowman within 2 turns. But I'm pretty sure I want to put attack boost 4 max on this medal. But again, I don't have to right now, so once it's on this medal, it's stuck there forever. Once it's like, while it's sitting in my account, while it's sitting on that avatar board, it's there forever. Until I decide, yeah, cool, 10 extra points of Nova. Until I actually choose to burn that skill on this medal, then I can have the versatility to use it on whenever I like. Once it's on there for good. That's what I'm saying. It's like, if I don't have to spend the skill, even though I probably will end up doing it one day, if I don't need it right this second, then why put it on? This is my philosophy. Saying that though, it could end up biting me in the ass, which it does quite a lot, because guess what? Let me show you. Oops. Let me show you some of the medals that I've just gone, oh yeah, I don't have to spend it right now, I'll spend it one day, and just never do it. Attack boost 3 maxes, attack boost 2 and Lux Plus, attack boost 2 and Lux Plus, it's forever ago. AB3 and APP, you know, attack boost 4, all this stuff that could have been, well that's actually brand new from the last month's Coliseum. And I will spend that one day, I just don't know what on yet. You know, AB2 and APP, that really important skills that we shouldn't just waste on anything. And it's like, I just never spent them on anything because I never found a medal good enough to put them on. I think my playstyle is way too conservative versus other people at the other end of the spectrum that get a new skill, burn it straight away. I think if you find a happy medium between the two where you understand that a skill is only valuable if it's actually on a medal, like it's all well and good me saying, oh, I'll put it on something one day, and then it just becomes outclassed and you never ever end up putting it on anything. You can strike a better balance than what I do. Like I said, I'm way too conservative, but you guys aren't here for this, you're here for the quest. Let's get back to the quest. Alright, one sec. Oh yeah, one other thing. My Kingdom Hearts 3 Sora EX was only on level 1, so I'll try and level him up a bit, just to do it squeak more damage. I mean, honestly, it probably won't do anything, because it was dealing just 1 damage before. I doubt it's going to do anything, but you never know. And the other thing I wanted to do was to put a defense boost medal on him, because obviously I'm trying to copy his effect, and he deals the most damage when you're at full HP, and I'm firing him off right now with not quite full HP, so I'm thinking if I can have a second defense boosting medal go off and then recover my HP with 0.2 Kyrie, then maybe I can squeeze the full multiplier out. But this is what I'm like again, even though I've got 3 defense boost 2s sitting right here and another one about to come out of the Coliseum, I'm thinking, do I want to waste a defense boost 2 on a Kingdom Hearts 3 Sora EX when I know I'm not going to keep that skill on it forever? This is this is my thought process, guys, of like, even though I have 3 right here, 3 perfectly good ones sitting here, and it might keep me from spending another one, spending a more valuable skill later on, I'm still like, do I really want to do this? So to prove my point, I won't spend it, I'll try again, potentially fail, and then come back and do it. Let's try. Okay, so the only changes we made from our last attempt were that we leveled up the Sora EX here, and we spent 34 mirrors on the copy medal. So there we go, for our leveling up, we actually deal more than 1 damage now. Not very much, obviously, but it's more than 1. Okay, so we're dealing 20k per hit on the first turn now. And this should all be exactly the same. These medals here will do, yeah, like I said, pretty much exactly the same amount of damage that they did before. So, sorry to make you sit through it again. If you're following me through all this, through my random thought patterns, God bless you, because I can barely keep up, so. Alright. We need to live second chance here. This is what I'm talking about, because he's going to hit me and kill me guaranteed. But if I had a defense boost medal, I'd probably live. Because he deals 15k, so we need to take off at least 66% of that to try and live it. So I think defense boost 2 would be enough. Oh, there we go. Oh, that did 8,000 damage. Well, actually, that was pretty much worth it, I think, because that did 8,000 damage per hit. That's dealing over 50,000 now. Beautiful. So he has 94 bars of health. Well, not anymore, he doesn't. Okay, so we got effectively 3 medal uses left and 1 Nova. He's currently sitting at -7 general defense, so we can use this at any time. Let's pop a Nova with an extra 10 levels on it. So we just cracked 100,000 damage with our Nova. Woohoo, congratulations. Will this be enough? Will this be enough? I think so. I think so. 4 bars of damage with 1 copycat medal. I'd say that's easily enough. And there we go. How does this help you guys out? Oh god, does it at all, or is this just a waste of time for you? Because all my strategy is copycat medals, copycat medals, copycat medals, which that may not be helpful to you guys anymore. I hope the bigger lesson though was use what you have and try and make the most of it. Obviously copycat medals are very, very powerful, but if you have really strong medals all on your own, then you don't necessarily need to use them. I mean, in that whole bunch, I was using a Gilted Haitian Almanac and a Gilted KHUx Beginnings. Every other thing in there wasn't Gilted. So it's not like you need Gilted medals to do it. Let's try and knock out the other two while we're here. If the friggin' magic one fell over on its face, then I'm sure these ones will pretty easily. Yeah, like I said, I really hope the main takeaway lesson is just do your best with what you have. General defense down is obviously a really important thing, but it's not the be-all and end-all, especially with guys like this. I don't think... Yeah, so he only has 1 layer of general defense down right now, and I'm still able to touch him, therefore... Wow, that's good damage. Therefore, it's obviously not, like, insanely important. If you can crank out, like, lots and lots of speed defense downs, and your own speed up, I think you'll be able to do pretty well. Like I said, let me know. Like, obviously your specific medals... There you go, 1-turned it. Easy. If you need help, come on the Discord. Like I said, I'm borrowing a very, very powerful friend medal, and that's dealing so much damage for me. Alright, I'm starting to ramble now, guys, but you get the point. I'm just going to do the last one, and hopefully I haven't bored you guys to tears. Jump on the Discord channel if you need help. It's much easier to give specific advice when we know what your medal setup is. So, yeah, let's pause and do the last one, and then I'll see you later. Okay, so... It's recording. Sorry, guys. Okay, so, final one now. I'm pretty sure this is going to fall over just as easily as the rest, I hope. Because I did it my first run through of it, so I don't see why it wouldn't this time now. Nothing really else to say, honestly. Just come on the Discord channel, have a chat. I'll try to get a video up about the high score challenge before it ends. I really want to have some attempt at that challenge. Unfortunately though, because I missed the falling price deal, I don't think there's going to be much I can do about it. Top 5,000 seems like a pipe dream to me, given that I can only use 0.2 Kyrie and borrow a Sora EX. So I can get 28% bonus score, but I'm pretty sure that's not barely going to be enough to scrape top 10,000, let alone top 5, so... Bang, there we go, Super Expert Challenge, Multi-Mega Complete Quests, all done. I hope this helps you out in some way, guys. I really hope it does. I hope it's just not me going, I have copycat medals, brr, brr, brr. But yeah, free-to-play account, all done. Yeah. I'll talk about the World of Final Fantasy banners as soon as I can. I might do one pull, maybe. But we've got 2 weeks to think about that. So, anyway, guys, we'll see you later. All the best. Bye.